things roll off easier. You recover faster. It's like what took, hours is seconds and days is now a minute. And it's really, really amazing. I mean,
Wonderful.
I love it.
Is it magical or is it biological? That's the question.
I think it's a little bit of both. I really do, because it's yes, because I think it feels magical, but it's really not. It's
right,
not. It
exactly.
feels
That's
magical.
my point.
Remember what you used to do. Like, remember going, oh my God, I'd mull over for days why somebody doesn't like me or what's wrong with me. And now it's like, I don't give a shit. I don't need them in my life. If they're like that, then I don't need them, and I'm better off without them. And it just feels, it's so freeing. It's so freeing that all the crap you pick up when you're little, you realize, it's not, like I said, not about being perfect. It's not about this. It's not about that. It's more like, but when you take care of yourself, everything else really does fall into place. It's amazing that it's so simple, but it's complex. And that's
that's right. The complexities in the execution. You know how to execute.
Obvious was knowing the fact that I spent almost 20 years with a person who really didn't love me, really was like the end of my rope, because I'd already had one marriage that failed because I was young and I overlooked all the red flags. And then in the second marriage, I was like, I overlooked the red flags the second time, but I really, really thought that when he came back to me, that he truly loved me. And so, and I'm the kind of person that when I'm in a relationship, I am 150%. I want to give the other person more than I'm getting. And I don't walk away because things get tough. I mean, I have to be literally at the end of the rope. I have to be at the end of the rope to the point where it really, really sucks and it's time to leave. And at that point, even if he tried to change, I wouldn't take him back because I'm done. Once I realized this person, and it took me, I was with him for 19 years. And that's 20 years of my life. And that's a long time. And I said, you know what? I'm not doing it a third time. I have to change. Something in my head is causing me to overlook too much on the other side. And I have to figure out how I'm talking to myself. I'm getting the people that aren't available. And I need to change, or I'm not doing it a third time. I'd rather be single with a gerbil than have a third and a fourth and a fifth husband. And I'm in my 80s going, what the hell happened? What the fuck happened with my life? How much I research about how you're worth it and you love yourself and you're better than that. You deserve more. But when I would fall into the situations, I would fall into the same trap. Like I could research 1,000 times. I'm wonderful, but I'd go into a conflict and everything I memorized or thought I was going to do would just go by the wayside. And I'm like, I can't do that again. I have to change myself to attract the person that I want to be with. And this course did it. It fixed the synapses in my brain where those recordings were, and it replaced them. So now I'm like, no, yes, I am worth it. But when the challenges come up, I go through them and I'm not affected like I used to be.
Wonderful.
And actually that changed because my boyfriend, who we started dating, and then I started thinking, oh, I don't deserve him. He's too good for me, blah, blah, blah. And the more you freak out, the more you push the other person away, because you go from a nice person to desperate, needy, and, he's going to run for the hills with his ass on fire. And he backed off. Going through this course, I'm actually getting drawers in his apartment, and he considered our home, and we're moving to another level. It doesn't freak me out anymore because he's talking about what he's trying to accomplish within his life. And when he's saying I'm having trouble, he's having trouble. It's not about me, it's about him.
That's right.
And so what I've learned is I listen to him with his problems, and I tell him, I've got you back. I'm going to help you out. And how can I help you? And it's not me panicking saying, oh, I've done something wrong, he's going to leave me. It's him saying he has a lot of issues with his family, and that's a lot of stress with his job. And there's a lot of stuff going on. And I'm realizing it's not me he's talking about, it's him. And if I'm there for him, that I'm there at a level he needs, and it's not me going, batshit crazy. And that's what I'm realizing is our relationship moving forward has moved a lot quicker because he's realizing I'm not a needy, desperate person. I'm trying to be there for him, and I get it. He's actually told me, like, you get me and you understand what I'm doing, and you're not pushing, and I'm not pushing the relationship to where I want it to go. I'm letting him dictate how it's going because I'm like, if it works out, it's fine and it's wonderful. And if it doesn't, the next guy is going to be even better. And that will really blow my mind. So it's like, I'm not worried about where this one's going. It's like, if he doesn't work out for some reason, the next guy is going to be even awesomer. And, holy shit, either way, I'm going to win. So,
what a great place to be. Yep.
And that's where I think it's so freeing and liberating. But it's not like egotistical, like, we're so great. That's why I put in the thing. I said, everybody taking this course is a winner, because you're going to get where you need to go. And it's just going to be, it's faster than I ever would have thought, because I didn't want to spend, 15 years in therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted something. Well, when you said 6 weeks and it's a one and done, I was like, holy shit, And then I listened to the people who took the course, and they were all saying the same thing, how, within 2 or 3 weeks, they felt it. Within when they were done, they were like, it was a whole new level of life. And I'm like, that's what I want. That's what everybody wants, but you have to get to the end of the rope where, like you said, no fucking more. I can't deal with it. That cycle of being a gerbil on a wheel and you can't hop off, that really sucks. And people actually are relating to me a lot differently when I'm in line or I'm talking to people, and it's like, and you're right, when you feel good, people really want to talk to you. They want to figure out a way to talk to you because you feel good and they want it to rub off on them.
Yep.
And that's why I said is I think the weird thing that some of these ladies and people are doing is they're telling me I smell good because I wear this little body spray, and they're trying to figure, and it does smell good, but I mean, after a while I don't smell it because I spray it and I'm going on, but I realize it's just a way for them to talk to me.
That's exactly
they can't
right.
figure out what to say.
Yep. You're giving them excuse. Yep. You're giving them excuse to talk to somebody that they want to talk to anyway. When you feel great, you radiate. When you feel great, people are drawn to you. People want to speak to you. People, and you're just giving. That's really just a doorway for them. Like, oh, they can make a comment, and that opens up the door. That's all it is, and that's awesome. People, I mean, how cool is it to live in a world, in a life where people look for a reason to speak to you?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, this course is wonderful. I talked to to my brother, and I told him about it, and he was like totally surprised. I'm like, yes, I said, this course is the most amazing thing. And I really think that everybody who takes it, they're meant to take it, and that God puts you in my path for a reason. And that's why I believe that everything happens for a reason, but you have to get to, and then it's what you want to do with it. It's like, God can give your course and show it to 1 million people, but they have to want to do it. They have to want to work. They have to want to do the system. They have to want to make the change. And if they don't, then that's too bad. Like you said, maybe they come back next year. Maybe they come back 5 years from now or 10 years from now. But ultimately, this was the best thing. I was watching your videos in December. I watched every one I could. And I could go, wait, this sounds amazing. This sounds exactly what I need. And then of course, my daughter kept telling me, go to therapy, Mom. So, okay, I guess I'll try therapy. Then I got the money to take this course, and I never went back to therapy.
Good. Never go back.
She thinks I'm doing it. She thinks I'm doing it. I go, therapy's working great. It's like, yeah, Mom, you sound so happy. I'm like, it's awesome. But I was looking at it, I'm like, you know what? If you look up all the people who do the life coaches online and the therapists, honestly, 10 or 20 years of therapy is way more than your course. Because the guy I was seeing, my insurance was paying him $300 an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, $300 an hour my insurance was paying. And I was paying him $60.
That's disgusting.
So think about it, almost $400, and they want you to go, that's $1,600 a month. Literally, your course fixed it in 6 weeks. Yeah, isn't it crazy? But I told him about you. He's like, why would you want to do it? I go, well, when I found out how much my insurance was paying, I almost cried. I feel like my insurance should pay you.
maybe in the future, I'll take in the insurance. I'll need about 10,000 more video testimonials for them to consider it. That's how they work. And when I get 10,000 more video testimonials, then that might be enough for them to say, okay, this is a better way to do it. But for now, we do it this way.
No, it is. Yeah, no, but I mean, watching the testimonials really drove it home. But your videos really touched my heart, because I really felt, that's why I posted, you'll give 1,000%. You give 1,000%. When you said, if you have a problem, I'll talk it out with you, and you outlined everything, was so clear and easy to understand that it was like, oh, this is a no-brainer. I mean, it really is a no-brainer. I mean, that's why I posted, you give 1,000%. You do exactly what you're going to say you do. The course does exactly what you say it's going to do, but you have to put in the work. And literally, like I said, within 2 weeks, I could see the difference. My boss at work, my friends at work, everybody's noticed the difference. And I'm like, yeah, getting divorced is great. Wink, wink. And I tell them,
nice.
But then I tell them I take the course. I said, and they're like, life coaching. I said, and I tell them, I go, we focus on that. I said, if you're ready for a change, this course works. I said, it did it for me in 6 weeks.